Hey there, I'm Maeve. Let's practice some yoga. We're going to take these blocks if you have them. If not, do this on the floor. Place them on the lowest height. Bring your elbows forward. Walk your knees back. Push your elbows gently down. Drop your heart through. And then just come to your breathing. So inhaling gently. Exhaling with a matched softness. One more round of breath here, inhaling. And exhale, push down, lift up, hands come to the blocks. Rise up into plank, nice and strong, thighs pressing toward the sky, hands pushing down, front ribs gently drawing up, belly gently drawing up. Breath in, exhale, right knee draws in and up. Place your foot, I'm going to take my blocks up to the highest height. You'll decide where you are happiest. Press your back thigh firmly to the sky as you bend the front knee and allow the front hip to draw down. This hip crease gently pulls back. I'm Maeve. I'm happy you're here with me. One more inhale. Exhale, straighten the front leg any amount. So it's the action of straightening, not the visual. Pressing the foot down, lifting the hip up, and hugging the right hip in and back gently. Now, instead of melting into this front leg, using the arms like pillars, just like you had them in plank, to draw the heart forward, to draw the gaze forward, to draw the spine forward. One more inhale. Exhale, bend the front leg. Turn your back heel to the middle of your mat. Come up and around warrior two. Extend the fingers away from your heart. Maybe look back at this left arm. Sometimes it wants to get too high, but typically it wants to kind of hang low. So getting the hands to be relatively even in their distance from the floor. Relatively. Inhale, straighten the front leg. I like just a little shorter stance for this next pose, so I'm just going to heel toe my foot in, and then splitting the arms, triangle. Right hand, my preference is on the right side of the right leg with the block. Press firmly down and lift up with this beautiful rebounding energy from the bottom hand. It sends it energy through the shoulders, up through the left arm, through the fingertips. If it's okay on your neck, you can take your gaze up toward this top hand. If that doesn't feel good, just keep your gaze straight ahead. Your top ribs gently soften down. Your bottom ribs gently lengthen out. One more inhale. Bend the front knee, exhale, bring your hands around. Blocks come back down to the lowest height. Inhale, plank. Stay here, exhale. Inhale, plank. Exhale, left foot comes forward. And then adjust your blocks as needed. I think I liked the highest height. Already I've forgotten. Push the arms firmly down, press into the blocks, allow the belly to draw up, allow the heart to extend forward. This back leg is really, really firm as you bend the front knee and allow the hip to kind of deepen, the thigh bone to deepen in that hip socket. One more inhale. Firmly press your feet and straighten the front leg any amount. Draw the heart forward, draw the gaze a little forward. So if you're looking down at your your left leg, especially if you're looking at your right leg, but if you're looking at your left leg, odds are you're going to start to round your back here. If you take your gaze a little forward, it's going to help to extend the spine a bit. That doesn't mean you have to be here either. It's just like a nice, graceful extension. One more inhale. Exhale, rebend that front leg. Turn your right heel to the middle of the mat. And kind of just feel, make sure that you're steady before you lift up. Warrior two to rise up. And then notice what's happening in this right arm. Is it kind of dangling down? This is what I typically see, is that we're kind of like finding our way here. Just neutralize yourself in the middle. Arms extend from the heart. It's not about holding the arms up. It's about extending the arms out. And then if it's okay, the gaze can rest over this finger, this hand, but I always like the middle finger because I'm doing good right now. I won't think of using it. Focusing our gaze, focusing our breath, focusing how we place our body are all ways for us to become a little more self-aware. Tools to quiet the chatter in the brain. Inhale, rise up. I like a little shorter stance than what I have there. And now I'm going to tip over and triangle. So top ribs softening, bottom ribs lengthening. Last breath, release, exhale. Hands back to your blocks. Firm the back leg before you move. Press down, pick up the left leg, pause here. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, and exhale. You can either lose the blocks or bring your hands a little further back to the edge of the block, which to me feels a little bit more secure, and then downward facing dog. Walk your feet to your hands, just a brief down dog. Lengthen up halfway, inhaling. Bow down, exhale. Rise all the way up, inhale. Hands to your heart, exhale. Pause here, feel your breath, feel your foundation. Really nice. Inhale, pick up your right leg. You're going to take both hands to your knee. And without leaning back, without tipping forward, we're just going to find a nice lift in the knee and a lift in the spine and in the heart. Really good. Keep that, keep that, keep that. Start to steady your gaze. So getting a nice rooting through the standing leg, through the foot, but also steadiness with the gaze and with the breath. Right hand is going to keep this left knee. First, just take the left arm back. Good. And then, if it feels okay, turn to the left. Now you got to pick a new spot to stare. And then we're twisting gently here. Inhale, come back around. Take both arms up. Keep the knee lifted. Place your foot down. Hands come to your heart. Pause. Feel your center. Feel your breath.
Inhale, pick up your right knee. Take your hands to your knee and then lift the spine. Really well done. Finding that strong standing leg, straight as you can get it. Letting the knee be pretty heavy in your hands here, but at the same time drawing up gently, but without leaning back, without pitching yourself forward. We're finding that center. Much of the intention in the postures is finding your center. So steady gaze. First, just the right arm comes up and around. And then you can stay here. But if it's okay, maybe turn your gaze to the side and you pick a point, and that's going to steady you. Really nice. Come back around. Both arms up, knee stays up, breath in. Place your foot down with purpose. Really, really nice. Taking your feet out wide. Toes are straight ahead, hands on your hips. Inhale, lift and lengthen. This is a great time to grab your blocks if you might need them to exhale and forward fold. Release your hands to the ground at shoulders distance. Inhale halfway. And then bow forward. And you can move your hands back as you like. You can keep them forward. Sometimes maybe you're just feeling like you're just trying to get your hands to the floor. That's fine. Wherever they might land is great. Balance the weight in your feet, front to back, inner to outer foot. So if you notice that you feel like you're all in your heels, you're probably all in your heels. Allow your toes to take some of that weight. Your inhale lengthens your spine forward. Draw your heels in, your toes open. Bring your arms to your inner thighs, just above the knee. And then gently press the knees open and the legs meet that pressure of the arms so that you're not just pushing on all one direction. Legs press back and meet that energy. If it feels good, you can move a little side to side here. You can explore this however you want. As you get deeper in your practice, I would love to encourage you to explore the postures. There's not one way to do them, and you don't have to be perfectly still when you're in them. You can move about as much as you want and kind of figure out, where does my body feel best? Good. Come back into center, rise up, reach the arms up. Bring your hands into your heart, soften your knees. Either step your feet together or just a little jump in. Fantastic. We're going to make our way down onto our backs. Doesn't need to be fancy, just come on down. Utilizing a block, bridge your hips up. Bring a block behind your sacrum, so under your sacrum, the flatter part of the back of your hips. And then feel your feet in the floor. So the block is giving you a lot of support. That doesn't mean that your feet are just kind of like flopping around your legs or just doing nothing. You're still engaged here. So pressing the feet down, feeling that the knees are tracking straight over the toes. And you're going to take your elbows, bend them, press your elbows down, press your triceps down, the back of your arms, and then the back of the shoulders down. So now we're expanding the chest a bit more. You're supported. There's not a whole lot of work here in the lower body, but you're still pressing your feet down. Your legs are still engaged. If this is enough, you'll stay here. If you want a little bit more, you can straighten the arms, press the pinky side of the hand down, the pinky finger itself, and just lift your hips off of the blocks. You're pressing your arms into the floor to find expansion in the heart. One more inhale. Carefully lower the hips and then pause. Beautifully done. Make sure your block feels stable. So you want to make sure that you're not tipped to the side or too far in one direction on the sacrum. You might even hold on to the block if you're not fully sure that it's stable, and then lift the knees. You can do that one at a time, and lift the legs if it feels okay. If you have tighter hamstrings, my suggestion is to bend your knees and bring your knees a little bit toward your chest to keep your center. If you bend your knees this way, you're going to feel like you're doing abs the whole time. And I would prefer this to be a little more restorative. So giving yourself this direction will take a lot of the work out of the abdominals. If your hamstrings are amenable to it, straighten them all of the way. Now we can still be soft while having some energy in the legs, in the toes, in the ankles, in the feet. So just creating a little energy here so that you feel like you're not just hanging out in space. Just enough awareness that you feel connected to what you're doing. Last inhale here. Bend your knees. Place one foot down. Place the other foot down. Give yourself a moment here. Just notice how your legs feel coming out of that. It feels so good to me. Lift your hips. Take the block out. Release your hips down. Good. If it feels good, draw your knees into your chest. Give yourself a little squeeze. Apanasana. We're going to use the block here for a twist. So block could be the medium width or the narrow width, depending on how tall you are and how it feels on your body. You're going to bring it just between your inner thighs above the knee. Bring the knees over to the right. Take your left arm out to the side. You can allow your feet to drop together, but if it feels better, it feels good to me to kind of lift this top foot up a bit. I want to make sure you understand also that what feels good on me may not feel good on you. So make sure you are taking stock of the feedback your body is giving you. Don't ignore those messages. Carefully draw back up to center. Reset as needed. I have to give myself a little more space here. And then drop the knees left as the right arm reaches out. And you can either let that foot drop down or keep it a little bit lifted. I like to keep it a little lifted personally. Inhale, come back into center. Remove the block. Give yourself another squeeze here. If it feels good, separate the feet. I like inner ankle, inner heel with the hands, happy baby, pulling the feet down and wide with my arms, with my hands, and then gently pushing away with the feet so that there's tension between the upper body and lower body, the arms, the legs, the shoulders, the hips. Release the feet into each other. Place the pinky side of the feet down. Supta, reclined, Baddha Konasana, bound angle pose. We're just allowing the knees to drop open. Bring the hands to the fronts of the hips and allow the weight of the hands to give you a little more sense of grounding and rooting in the back of the hips. Take your last inhale in this position. With your exhale, release your legs out straight. And we're going to pause here in Shavasana, in corpse pose, for just about a minute as a means to receive the practice you just did. Seal it into your body and feel all the good that came from your practice. Notice your mind, your thoughts. Notice your body. Come back to your breathing. Feel it as it comes in, as it exits your body. Start to move your hands and your feet. Stretch your arms overhead. Bend your knees and gently roll to your right side. From your side, use your left hand, press down into your right hand, and arrive in a comfortable seated position. And when you're seated, bring your hands into prayer at your heart. Your eyes can be soft, closed, or open, however you feel good. But in this moment, taking our gaze internal, really feeling the gift that you give yourself when you carve out time for your practice. Breathe in. Bow your mind to your heart. Rise, open your eyes. Thank you for practicing with me today.